Now, back to Sound Advice on Business Radio 1300 KKOL.
Hi, I'm Susan Michaels.
And I'm Rick O'Brien, and this is Sound Advice.
Today we're talking with Kathy Powell. She's a gratitude coach, a relationship marketing strategist, an author, and a speaker. And one of her many websites is bethoughtfulnow.com. Welcome, Kathy.
Thank you, Susan.
So tell us a little bit about what a gratitude coach is and why someone would need that service.
Well, I've been a certified coach for many years and working with small business owners, and I've kind of morphed into becoming a gratitude coach over the years. I've found as a small business owner myself that gratitude is really the core of building a relationship. And so many people don't totally understand that. They understand the importance of staying in touch, staying top of mind. But the way that many business people stay in touch is to keep pitching people. And it just isn't nearly as effective as building a relationship and expressing gratitude. Thanks for speaking with me. Thanks for your business. Thanks for your referral. Thanks for considering doing work with me.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so this isn't so much that you're teaching them to have a thankful feeling as it is to do things that express that thankfulness.
Well, it's both, because it's both internal and external. I started sending a daily card of gratitude 9 years ago, and the reason that I did that was because at the time my business was booming. I had this great coaching and consulting practice, but I fell into a depression because of some circumstances happening in my life at the time. And a friend suggested that I send a card a day, a card of gratitude, beginning my day with gratitude for 7 days in a row.
So you just pick a different person every day?
That's right.
Okay.
And the first person who comes to mind that I feel grateful for, and I sent a card off, and each day, I told you I was in a depression.
Mm-hmm.
Each day, I felt a little better, and by 7 days later, my depression had lifted. And I really believe that...
Now, did you eventually have to send more cards than one a day?
Oh, I do.
Oh,
I've sent 28,000 cards in 9 years, but I believe that when you begin your day with gratitude, it sets the tone for your whole day. And even if things are going really crummy in your life, starting your day by thinking of one thing you're grateful for can change your day. And when you change your day, you can change everybody's day that you come in contact with. And imagine how powerful that is.
Sounds like everybody could use your services in helping them to keep that in mind. But how effective is this for a business? Give us a little information about that for someone who's a business owner.
Well, there are two parts as a business owner. If you have employees and they don't feel that you appreciate them, big mistake.
Yeah.
I used to work for someone else, and I know when I didn't feel appreciated, I didn't want to work as hard. And when I felt appreciated, and that goes for volunteer work as well, when I felt appreciated, I would go the extra mile. Mm-hmm. So if you have employees and you have a business, that's important. We all have customers or clients. We all have prospects. We all have, well, hopefully referral partners. Mm-hmm. And when you express gratitude to those people, they remember you. And I love a Maya Angelou quote, "People will forget what you did, people will forget what you said, but people will never forget how you made them feel." And that feeling is more powerful than any marketing piece you can send out in the mail or social media or any of that. That feeling will stick with them forever.
If you can make a big change in a person's day or their further on in their life.
Absolutely.
By what you do or say or whatever. Positive or negative. So you got to do the positive.
That's right.
So how long have you been doing this?
I've been a business owner for 19 years, and 9 years ago I was introduced to a company called Send Out Cards, and the person that introduced it to me introduced it when I was in that depression. And when I started using the Send Out Card system, which is actually an internet-based company that enables you to send a real paper greeting card in the mail. It is not an e-card. It's a real card. You create it online, you click send, and it goes out the next day.
The problem with the e-cards that I find is I don't want to open them anyway. because I don't like
afraid
opening
to,
things in my
yeah.
email. So that's a card. No, I'm not going to open it.
Well, and some of them have not been sent by the person that
Yeah.
It says they're
right,
from.
and
yeah.
so sometimes that's how you get viruses.
Sure.
So my daughter sent me an e-card many years ago for Mother's Day. She didn't get around to getting a card in time to get it to me. So she sent me an e-card, and she wrote the most heartfelt message on the inside, and I really wanted to keep it. And I did print it out, and I stuck it up on my wall. But you know what? If that had been in a card and she had put some pictures in it, which we can do with send-out cards, if she'd put her own pictures or maybe pictures of the two of us or something and her heartfelt message, wow. That's something I'll never throw away. And
So with the send-out cards, you can customize it to put your own pictures and your own text and things like that.
and you can even get your own handwriting font. So
Your
when you
own
type,
handwriting.
that's right, and your own signature, your cursive signature.
Wow.
So when you type your message, it comes out in your handwriting with your signature. You also can send the same card, and I just did this for Christmas. I sent 826 cards with one click of a mouse, and each card had its own personalized salutation. So there's sort of a mail merge feature that you can use if you are sending the same card to many people.
So it's kind of like when you get the emails that are from going to a whole bunch of people and
Yes.
say, "Hi, Susan," or
Yes.
or "Hi, Kathy."
Yes,
Okay, so same type of
but
idea.
real paper rather than with electronic.
And you
Right.
didn't even have to get the whole family around the table stuffing envelopes, huh?
Nope, not anymore. And if you have an office, and I've received holiday cards from people where the whole office signed them, and it takes forever to send that around and have each person sign
Sure.
it. And with send-out cards, you can send around one piece of paper, have them all sign it, and then you can scan that in, save it as a JPEG, and load it into the card so that all those signatures are just automatically in the cards, because you actually never touch the cards. They're printed for you, addressed for you, and sent out actually from Salt Lake City to whatever address in the world you want to send a card to.
So you've got the cards; they're going out to all these people. How much of a benefit is that to a business?
It's hard to even quantify because it is about the relationship. And now if you're just sending pitchy cards that doesn't land on someone's heart, you might get some business from that. But what I'm talking about is a transformational part of a relationship. And I've done this with people I don't even know very well. I collect birthday cards. Everywhere I go, I have a blank business card that has a place for name, address, city, state, zip, phone number, email, and birthday. I don't need the year, just the month and the date. Send Out Cards has a reminder system built in. So when the birthday comes up, I get a reminder. I send that person a birthday card. And it may be someone I met 7 months ago. And my card is oftentimes the only one they receive.
Wow.
Because people are doing Facebook posts and sending tweets and doing things that are not paper-based. And so birthday cards are kind of a thing of the past for many people. It's expensive. It's $4 or $5 in the store.
Yeah.
Our cards are just over $1, and that's with your own
That's pretty
pictures in
good.
it. And you don't have to do the labor of addressing them and all that either.
So is that $1 with the postage and everything, or
No, the stamp is separate.
stamp is separate? So we're talking a couple bucks altogether.
Yep,
Huh.
that's right.
Okay.
Okay. Now, do you work with people other than
And someone else does it.
Whoops.
Someone else does it.
All right, we just had to get that in there.
Okay.
That's the. I think the amazing thing is you just kind of sit back and it all gets done.
And you're right, for a small business owner, that's really important
Right.
because hand addressing or labeling or whatever is time consuming.
Yeah, a lot of times you spend a day or two of your business day doing stuff like that is important, but it's kind of non-productive as far as getting the actual business done that you have to get done.
Well, it is and it isn't not
Well,
productive.
I mean, you're not
It doesn't feel productive.
you aren't assembling the things you need to assemble.
That's
You
right.
aren't getting things to
Right.
the transporting things to the market and things like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. So you have the cards, so send out cards. And so that's a very good thing that gratitude is being shown. What other tips can you give business owners for having that gratitude? As you're as a gratitude coach, how do you teach people gratitude?
Well, first of all, I have a monthly webinar that I teach. It's called Double Your Business in 1 Year. And I have doubled my business in the 19 years I've been in business. I've doubled my business multiple times. And I've done that by, first of all, treating people as people, not as prospects or customers, but as people first. I've mentioned birthday cards. That's a habit that I'm in, that I remember people's birthdays.
Now, with these cards, when you're sending out the cards, you're not really mentioning business, are you?
No.
You're just focused on that person.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And I'm glad you asked that, Susan, because one of my bugaboos is I got a Christmas card from a chiropractor once, and it was a beautiful card. He had a beautiful message in it. And then he wrote, P.S., we love referrals. And he put 2 business cards in that Christmas card, and it totally ruined it for me. He would have been so far ahead to just send me that heartfelt card that made me feel cared about. Now, instead of feeling cared about, I thought, okay, now I know why he really sent it to me.
He just wants you to line up more business for him.
So I tell business people, this is one of the things I teach in my webinar, there's nothing wrong with sending out marketing pieces, but keep it separate. Your congratulations, your sympathy cards, your birthday cards, all those different things that you can send out, thank you cards. Don't mix it with a marketing message.
Okay.
It's
Keep
really
it
important.
personal.
Keep it separate.
Keep that gratitude flowing. So what are some other ways besides the cards that people can show gratitude to customers, to their employees, other people they come in contact with?
Well, I love sending gifts, and we actually have gifts and gift cards in Send Out Cards, which makes it easy if you don't want to have to go to the store and bundle that up and send it off to someone. When I get a referral, I send a thank you card, and I include a Starbucks gift card with it.
Okay.
And we have as low as $5 Starbucks gift cards. I am amazed at how people appreciate a $5 Starbucks gift card. I mean, it's not much, but it really lands for them when they feel appreciated.
It shows that you care.
That's right.
When they feel that.
And that I do appreciate them.
Well, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll talk more about having gratitude, not only to your customers, but also your employees and some things like that, because we haven't got into that. And I think there's probably a lot that you can do in that regard, too. So we're going to take a short break and come right back.
We are talking with Kathy Power. She's a gratitude coach. We'll find out more about that coming up on Sound Advice.
We'll be back with more Sound Advice after this on Business Radio 1300 KKOL. Sound Advice continues here on Business Radio 1300 KKOL.
Hi, I'm Susan Michaels.
And I'm Rick O'Brien, and this is Sound Advice.
And we're talking with Kathy Pow, a gratitude coach, relationship marketing strategist, an author, and a speaker. And we've been talking about gratitude and the workplace, whether you're a business owner and you have employees or just your customers and, other people like that.
Now, I was talking before the break that there are probably a lot of things you can do very similar or maybe exactly the same thing with employees. Now, give us an idea of how you would work some of this into a company. Let's say they have 20, 30 employees,
okay.
and how you can employ some of the principles with that situation.
I have so many ideas. They're just popping right now. One is to make a note of the anniversary that they started with the company. And you can actually, in Send Out Cards, there's a place for anniversary as well. It doesn't have to be wedding anniversary. It can be any kind of an anniversary. And send a card. You joined us a year ago. You joined us 5 years ago, whatever. We want you to know how much we appreciate your loyalty to the company. Birthday cards and sympathy cards. If somebody in their life dies, including a pet, for some people, pets are as significant a member of the family as anyone else.
Right.
And especially if the person doesn't have children. But even if they do, I mean, some people are very close to their pets.
Sure.
Acknowledging a loss like that is huge.
Because not everybody's going to do it.
Right. Celebrating, most people don't. Celebrating achievements. Maybe they landed a big contract and you just want to say, hey, way to go with that contract, and go have a cup of coffee on me. Here's a Starbucks card or Amazon card, or we have all kinds of different or gift cards, as well as our number one seller is our brownies. They are to die for. Yeah, I have to watch that one.
Yeah.
I get a lot of the brownies from some of my colleagues, and I have them in my freezer. They freeze well. But just, even someone sending 2 or 4 brownies, it's huge. I mean, it's the thought behind it. And so employees can send those kinds of things to their employers and just let them know that they care. They recognize them as a human being first and foremost, and that's bigger than anything else you can do. And it'll create loyalty. People will stay at a job and take less pay when they feel appreciated.
Yeah.
Yes, that is true. Very true. Now, you say you're also a relationship marketing strategist. Now, how does that tie in with your work as gratitude coach? Give us an idea on that.
I think of it as one and the same, really, because business is, gratitude coach is broader because it's all of life. Relationship marketing strategist is focused on business.
On business, okay.
And I believe that we can put some strategies in place to be intentional about caring about people. I think most people want to be thoughtful. And I have a website called BeThoughtfulNow.com. It's all about doing it now, not thinking about it. Well, yeah, I'd really like to do that, but never getting around to it.
Don't put it off, in other words. Just step out and do it.
And 9 years ago when I was introduced to send out cards, that's what that did for me. I was previously a productivity consultant, and when I was introduced to this product, I said, this is one of the best productivity tools I have ever seen for small business owners, because I didn't send many cards. I have arthritis in my pinkies. It hurts to handwrite a card. So I didn't like handwriting, but I liked sending handwritten cards. And I didn't have the time. Drive to the store, pick out a $4 or $5 card, hunt up the address, hunt up a stamp, get it to the post office. It's a lot of work.
And it takes a lot of work just looking for the card because, you can just grab the first card, which is generally what I do. But that's not...
May not really apply in the right way.
Well, and we have 18,000 cards in our system. We also have a social media platform called SendSeer, like sincere, but S-E-N-D, Seer, where we have over 60,000 cards that people like you and me have loaded up there. They've created their own. Let's say you're a real estate agent and you created some really creative cards, and your colleagues like those cards. They can go to SendSeer if you've loaded up there, and they can send that card. They can personalize it to their own liking and send it out. So we have some ways that people that aren't creative can tap into other people's creativity. And for those who love to be creative, you can take a completely blank card and make your own if you want to. And, for less than $2 a card with the stamp.
You create your card, whatever you want, put your own writing inside because they've got your information, your alphabet or whatever it is you put in there so that they know how to do that. And then they'll send it out to whoever you want it to go to.
That's right.
Wow. For a couple bucks.
And the strategy part, too, is I like to help people create multiple piece campaigns. I'll give you an example. I had a window washer that cleaned all the windows in our home when I turned 50. I'm 56 now, so that was 6 years ago, and I have never heard from him. I was very happy with his service. But he's never done anything to stay in touch with me. So how am I going to remember him for future business and for referrals? I suggested to him, send 4 cards a year to all of your happy customers. And in the springtime, send a card out with the recipe to your streak-free window cleaning solution. And just put in there, here's the recipe I use. If you don't have the time to do it yourself, give me a call. I'd be delighted to assist. It is a light marketing card. And it's providing value because you're giving away your recipe. And I gave him 3 other ideas like that. And he said, I'm too busy to do that. And I just sunk because I thought, this guy was working 6 days a week. He wanted more business so he could hire another person, but he was so busy working in his business that he couldn't work on his business. And I see that so often, and it's such a trap that we all get into. And it's an unfortunate trap, because if you can rise a little above all that and see the bigger picture, there are some incredible things you can put in place that can make your life much easier as a business person.
Yeah, and I can see how, whether it's on a personal level or a business level, all of these things can be used in either
That's right.
in either place. Yeah. So
We didn't talk about the book yet. You
No,
wrote a
that's-
book.
I did. I wrote a book 3 years ago. It's called The Music of Your Heart. And I wrote it specifically for network marketing professionals. Send Out Cards is a network marketing company. I'm all about finding what makes your heart sing. I'm also a singer, so there's a little double innuendo there. But I really believe that when you find what makes your heart sing and you show up in the world, especially if you can do that professionally, you'll never work another day in your life. And you can get paid very well for showing up. That's one of my goals as a coach, is to help people find what makes their heart sing and find ways that they can apply that to their everyday life. And if they can't do it professionally, at least personally, through volunteer work or whatever that can be. So the book has 3 sections in it. The first section is really more specifically for network marketing. Why network marketing? What do you look for if you want to consider joining a network marketing company? The second section is really a coaching section. It's called The 9 Environments of You, and I talk about 9 areas of your life, which we call environments, that if any of them are out of balance, your life is affected. And that's, everything from health, relationships, networks, finances, spirituality. There are 9 areas. And so I really delve into that. And then the third section, I'm a productivity consultant, and the third section is really about time management and being more productive.
Okay.
all right. And if people want to get a copy of your book, where can they do that?
They can go to themusicofyourheart.com, and you can get a copy there. I've got
Okay.
book. I've got it recorded. I have Kindle. So there's several versions
It
there.
sounds very good. I think I may have to get myself one.
Okay. So a couple of different websites you have then.
I have several.
Several. Okay.
So what is your main one? Is that the BeThoughtfulNow.com?
BeThoughtfulNow.com. And that is the primary part of what I'm doing currently.
Okay.
I still have my website up. When I started my business in 1995 as a productivity consultant, I created org coach, O-R-G coach, like organization coach.net. And I have a ton of stuff on there. And I still write a monthly newsletter. And so
No, it's not netcoach.org. It's org.
Org, like organization coach, but it's orgcoach.net.
I get confused.
And there's a lot of free stuff there about time management and organization and prioritizing things in your life. And I've got a free newsletter, and so people can help themselves to anything there.
All right.
Okay. Very good. All right, Kathy, thank you so much for being with us today on Sound Advice.
Thank you.
You've been listening to another edition of Sound Advice. The opinions expressed on the preceding program were not necessarily those of the staff, management, or advertisers of this station. Hear from your Sound Advice team here on Business Radio 1300 KKOL.